Hello everyone, for today's magic card trick tutorial, I'll be teaching you kind of a neat trick that is called half a transposition, okay? Now this requires two spectators, so you'll have spectator 1 select one card and you'll have spectator 2 select another card. They pick any card that they want, true and free selection, and they look at them, remember them, don't show you, okay? So now you take spectator 1's card, lose it somewhere in the middle of the deck, okay? You have no idea where it is. Give the deck a few cuts, even a nice shuffle, completely losing spectator 1's card in the deck. Now, for spectator 2, you can have them just go ahead and place their card right about here in the middle of the deck, okay? So they've looked at their cards, they've remembered them, and they can show each other if they want, okay? So we'll just cut the cards again, give the cards another shuffle, and hopefully we can find spectator 1's card faster and easier than spectator's 2, okay? There, boom, the Jack of Spades was at spectator 1's card. It was, okay, cool. Now, like I said, the second card is always the hardest to find, so let's see if we can find spectator 2's card just as easy as we found spectator 1's card. Boom, the 3 of clubs, was that your card? No, that's not the right one? Well, let's see, hold on. Maybe if we find the first card again, the Jack of Spades. What was the second card spectator 2 picked? Was it the 8 of Spades? And that's half a transposition. Before I tell you how to do it, please like and subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate it. It really helps this channel out. Also, if you have any comments, you can leave them in the comments below, any questions, etc. And make sure you click on that bell to get notified when I post new magic tutorials, because I do post new videos usually weekly. So if you want to get notified of new magic tricks you can learn, maybe over the summer, if you have time, I really appreciate it. Okay? Also, check out thebestmagicshop.com, where you can find some awesome new magic tricks, accessories, shirts, bags, and more for yourself or anyone who just likes magic. So, half a transposition, the tutorial. You have a regular deck of cards and you have two spectators. They pick any card that they want. It's a true and free selection, okay? So you just need, once they pick their cards, and we'll just keep these same cards out just to make it easier, okay? So they pick their two cards. You have to get both cards to the top of the deck for this one, okay? So I find the easiest way to do this is to take the first card, say you're gonna put it in, somewhere in the middle of the deck, okay? Push it in a little bit until you have, about a half of an inch of the card still sticking out. And then when you do that last push down on that card, and that'll push this top half of cards up a little bit and get you to maintain a pinky break on that stack of cards, okay? So there are cards on top of this bottom stack, and then you have a break on the top half of that stack of cards, okay? So now all you have to do is just, cut about half of this stack off, place them on the table, cut now at the pinky break, put this half on the table, and then the rest of the cards place on top of that, and now you have a selected card on top. Once the selected card's on top, you can shuffle as many times as you want, as long as you shuffle the last card, the top card last, okay? So just as you shuffle, this is the top card, just shuffle them last. It'll maintain that card on the top, okay? So now you have one card on top. Now what I did was I just gave the cards a cut, okay? And when I did that, I got a pinky break, okay? And this is kind of like the same move as the classic fours. And so then you just go through the cards and say, okay, spectator 2, I want you just to put your card right here. And that's where my pinky break was. And so that's the first card right here. And so I'm just having them put their card on top of the first selected card, okay? Right at the pinky break, that's where I had them put their card back, okay? So that's how you have, get two cards now to the top. You have all these cards, square them up on top, keep maintaining a pinky break as you did that, okay? So you have your pinky break here, their two cards are on top of this stack here, okay? So now all you have to do is that same kind of move as you did for the first card. Take half this stack, place it on the table, cut at the pinky break right here, and then finish with this stack on top. And now you have two selected cards on top of the deck, okay? You can shuffle. Now you're just maintaining, when you shuffle, just maintain the top 2 cards now as the last cards you shuffle, and you can shuffle as many times as you want, okay? And you maintain those 2 cards on top as long as you shuffle those last, okay? So now you have 2 cards on top of the deck. Now what I like to do is I like to do a false cut before I find their card. So I'm just doing a pivot false cut. Pivot these over, drop these in your hand, drop this stack of your right hand onto the table, and then just drop those on top, okay? So that's these 2 cards. Here, I'll show you what these 2 cards face up so you can see what I'm doing, okay? Follow along better. Go about, quarter to half of the cards, pivot these cards over with my left hand, just drop them in my left hand, dropping these on the table with my right hand, and then just dropping these back on top, okay? So that's kind of a pivot false cut, and you're maintaining the 2 top cards. You're actually maintaining the whole order of the deck when you do this, okay? So there's the false cut. When you do it quickly, no one knows the difference, okay? So now you're gonna need to go to a double lift for the revealing of the first card. So I'm gonna find the first card. It's the easiest. You do a double lift any way you like to do your double lift that you're comfortable with. It's just turning 2 cards over as one, okay? All I'm doing, I'm just beveling these cards out a little bit and then just feeling with my right pointer finger for 2 cards, okay? So that's a double lift. You say, I'm gonna find the first card. Boom, the Jack of Spades was at your card. They say yes. Now, you just take the top card, which is not the Jack of Spades, it's actually the second selected card, place that on the table, okay? So now you have the Jack of Spades on top. They think the Jack of Spades is on the table. You can shuffle the cards again, just maintain the top card, shuffle last, so you maintain it on top, okay? Do another false cut here and say, I'm gonna find the second card. Usually the second card's hardest. Now, you can do a double, triple, quadruple, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. You don't have to grab 2 cards for the second time around. You just have to grab enough card, you just don't grab the top card, okay? Because the top card is the Jack of Spades. So you say, boom, the second card was that your card, the 8 of clubs. They'll say no. Then you just say, well, the first card was easier to find, so I'll find that one again. And just hold this in your hand. And I just do a one-handed cut. You don't even have to do that if you don't want to. And then just kind of do like a, just a magic motion. I'll find the first card again. And just, this top card is actually their card, the Jack of Spades. And then they'll say, well, that's the first card. The second card is over here to show that one, okay? So that's half a transposition. It's not too difficult to do. You just have to do a double lift and a little bit of card control to get both cards to the top. A couple breaks, pinky breaks, okay? Let me know what you think. Leave comments below if you have any questions. You can always email me if you have any questions. I appreciate it. Have fun with it. And until next time.